let's start with Andy here. So, who is your captain in game week 1? And if he wasn't, who else would be?
Yeah, surprise, it's Mo Salah for reasons we don't need to go into. If it was alternative, and if I'm picking someone from my team currently, I think I'd have to go Sanchez. I think he's looked as good as he could in pre-season. Obviously, Man United have had a few players missing, like a lot of teams, Pogba and co, which doesn't help. But I think he's looked good pre-season. He's had a summer off as well, like we're talking about Richarlison. He's played quite a lot of football, Sanchez, in recent years, and just not had a break. So for me, against a lesser side that's probably not going to have Vardy, probably not going to have Maguire as well, on Friday night, I'd go Sanchez. Okay,
bold. What about you, Az?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going Salah. not really very surprising. And I think I'd still go for a Liverpool player, even if I didn't have him, because I just think they've got the best fixture. I think West Ham are gonna take a bit of time to gel. I think they've made some brilliant signings, and I think they're gonna push quite hard with the league this year. But I think they might struggle a bit early on. So I think Mane would be the one that I'd go for. I also quite like Luka Robertson as a potential captain. If you didn't have Salah, because as he showed at the end of last year, he's capable of getting double-digit points, and if he gets some attacking returns and a clean sheet against West Ham, then he's going to be right up there. So yeah, Robertson or Mane, but I'd put it on Mane because it's more fun to have an attacker.
And what about you, David?
Yeah, if I had Sanchez, he would be in my thinking. So yeah, I would have gone for him if I had him, but I don't. Robertson and Mane, yeah, Liverpool. If you're not captaining Salah, still covering the captaincy elsewhere is a good idea. I guess in terms of my actual team, I think Aguero. We know what his history is. We think he's probably going to start against Arsenal. I mean, captaining Aguero just feels kind of natural. It's kind of nice to have that. If you're not going to go for Salah, that there are still some other options out there. So Aguero for me.
And what about you, Mark?
Yeah, it's on Salah, and I think what I said earlier about not giving myself an option. I look at my team and go, I haven't really got an alternative. Mane would be my vice captain, I guess, but I'd rather, it's an easy choice to make. And I think the game week 1 fixtures as well just lend itself straight to Salah. There's, Man City are at Arsenal, so we've got doubts about that. Chelsea, I haven't convinced, and that, Huddersfield would be an easy fixture perhaps mid-season, but for the first day, it's not. We saw what Huddersfield did on game week 1 last season. The other fixtures just aren't strong enough. You look at Spurs, they're not ready. We haven't seen much of them, so you're not going to go Kane or Eriksen. So it's straight to Salah. And in my team, Mane will be my vice, but I think the only other player that I'd consider, I do think Bournemouth will beat Cardiff by a big margin. I think they'll win. They'll get 2 or 3 goals, probably 3 or 4 maybe. I think there's always one big win on day one, and I think it would Bournemouth over Cardiff. I don't think Cardiff are going to adjust to the Premier League. I don't think their quality is there. And I don't think their tactics are going to work. And I think Bournemouth on that pitch, that small little tight pitch, and in form, just got 5. King got a couple at the weekend. I think Josh King will get a double-figure score. So if I was going to go wild and go differential, I'd go for King. But of course I'm not. Nobody is. We're all going to go Salah. He's going to be. I think I wouldn't be surprised if his captaincy figure for game week 1 is as big as it ever will be all season, because his ownership could even go down if he doesn't start really well. And there just isn't another contender. I just don't see it. Sanchez maybe, but we just don't trust United, do we? So it's Salah all the way. It's got to be.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's definitely Salah. Reasons you've all given. As soon as his price came out, it didn't even matter how much he cost. I was just going to get him in, and the fixtures came out. It's going to be Salah, isn't it? So for me, I would be captaining either a City or Arsenal player next. So basically, what happens every game week is Arsenal have a tough game. And we all convince ourselves not to get any of their players in. And so that's basically cost us. It's cost us in the scout picks. Every year, the last 2 years' scout picks we've done have been a bit of a flop. Don't mind admitting, even though I helped compile them, because we've just avoided these games. So what happened is that last season, Arsenal's opening game was against Leicester. Too tough to call. We thought 4-3. The season before, the current raise was against Liverpool. And guess what? It was 3-4 actually. So very similar, but the other way around. So Arsenal face Manchester City. They've got it again. Another tough. So I think this is going to be full of goals. I think Man City are going to prevail, but I think that it could be yet another. It would be interesting if it's another 4-3 somewhere along the line. So basically, yeah. If I didn't captain Salah in my team, I've got Aguero. I would captain him definitely. If I was going pre-season form over fixtures, I would go for Aubameyang. I think he's going to do really well in that game as well. I just think if you've got Arsenal, Man City players, and you haven't got Salah for some reason, just go to them. I think that's going to be a high-scoring game.
It's going to be interesting game week 2 to see whether or not it's so cut and dry then, though, isn't it, the Salah? Because if he doesn't do it in game week 1, and you've got Aguero and Kane, and easier fixtures for those two, that will be interesting. I just wonder how many weeks we're just going to go to Salah straight away.
I've struggled over the last couple of seasons because FPL has become so big, and the people that play at the start aren't necessarily still there come Christmas and the end of the season. Many of them, and so I've tried to second guess how they're going to work. I don't know whether there'll be an exodus on Salah if he doesn't score for 2 games. I don't know whether people will just sensibly just wait and say give him another few games. I don't know. It's hard to judge that one. I mean, I would hope that people will be sensible because we know he's got it in him to do well.